All right, today we're going to be data detectives. We're going to crack open a company's sales database and see what stories are hiding inside. But here's the catch. We're only looking at its structure. No product names, no customer names. So our investigation kicks off with a really basic question.
Really think about that for a second. Every single order, every customer, every payment. How does a company possibly keep track of all that information? It's not some kind of magic trick, and they're definitely not using paper ledgers anymore. The real answer? It's all stored in its digital brain.
And that's what this is, a database. It's like a perfectly organized memory that holds the key to the entire business operation. And today, we're going to get a peek at the actual blueprint for one of these digital brains.
So our investigation has to start at the highest possible level. Just like a building needs a master plan to make sure all the walls and pipes line up, a database needs one too, so that everything fits together perfectly.
And for this company we're looking at, their whole sales operation, and I mean everything from customers to credit cards, it's all organized under just one single master plan, a single blueprint, or what's called a schema. And this one is simply named sales.
So what even is a schema? Well, just think of it as that master blueprint. It's the absolute rule book for the entire system. It dictates exactly where every single piece of information is supposed to go, what it's called, and how it connects to everything else.
Okay, so now that we have that master blueprint in hand, we can see how it's all divided up. If the schema is the overall floor plan of an office, then the next level down are the individual filing cabinets. In this sales blueprint, it's divided into 19 of these filing cabinets. In the database world, we call these tables, and each one is built to hold a very, very specific kind of information.
Now, we don't have to read through all of these, but just look at the names for a second. You see customer, salesperson, credit card, shopping cart item. Just by glancing at the labels on these filing cabinets, you can already start to get a pretty good picture of what this business is all about.
So we've got our map, and it's got 19 different locations on it. Now, if you're a good detective, your first question is going to be, where's all the action? We can figure that out pretty easily by just seeing which of these filing cabinets are totally stuffed. The size of the table, well, that tells a story.
And whoa, right away we find a huge clue. Look at the sales order detail table. That's basically every single item in every single order. It has over 121,000 records. But then look at salesperson, only 17. And shopping cart item, items that people almost bought but then left behind, only 3.
This is our first major break in the case, hidden right here in plain sight. We have an unbelievably productive sales team. This tiny group of just 17 people is responsible for a massive number of orders. That is just pure efficiency right there.
And here's another thing. Think about that. All those sales, but only 3 abandoned items. What does that tell you? It suggests their website or their checkout process is crazy effective. Almost nobody starts a purchase and then gives up. For any online business, that is a massive, massive win. All right, so we've seen the big picture. Now let's zoom in a little. We're going to pick one of those really busy filing cabinets, the credit card table, and see what other secrets we can shake loose from it.
And yeah, it is definitely a busy one. Inside this one single table, we've got 19,118 records. That's one for every single credit card that has ever been used to buy something from this company.
So what can these cards tell us? Well, if we look at the different types of cards people are using, you've got Superior Card, Distinguish, Colonial Voice, Vista, we see it's a surprisingly even split. No single card type is dominating. It tells us the company's customers have a pretty healthy mix of payment options.
But check this out, the expiration dates. They reveal something absolutely crucial. Almost all 19,000 of these cards expired between 2005 and 2008. So what does that mean? It means we're not looking at live up-to-the-minute data. We're actually analyzing a historical snapshot of the business from the mid-2000s. We've just dated our crime scene.
Okay, now for our final clue, and this one is pretty clever. Remember that list of 19 tables? We have the credit card table, and we know it has 19,118 records. But there's another table, this one called Person Credit Card, and guess what? It also has exactly 19,118 records. Why? Why on earth would you have 2 different tables with the exact same number of entries?
Well, the answer gets right to the heart of good, secure database design. It's all about keeping things safe and organized. One table holds the really sensitive stuff, the card numbers. The other table just acts as a simple, secure little bridge, linking that card to a specific customer. It's called a one-to-one relationship, and it proves that whoever built this system was thinking about security from day one.
Okay, let's zoom back out. We've been way down in the weeds, but let's put all these clues together. What is the full story that this structure, and only the structure, has told us?
It's actually amazing. Just by looking at the blueprint, the schema, the tables, the number of records, we uncovered the whole story. We found a super efficient sales team operating back in the mid-2000s. We saw they had an incredibly effective checkout process and that their customers used a diverse mix of credit cards. And we saw that all of this information was stored in a well-designed, secure system. A complete business narrative told without reading a single word of the actual data.
We did all of this without seeing a single product name, a customer's address, or even a dollar amount. The story was hiding in the structure itself. And that really just leaves us with one final thought. Data structures like this, they're everywhere. So what stories are hiding in plain sight, in the data that's all around you? Thanks for digging in with us.